Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Where in the World is Amanda? And Brad. Today is the day we get off of the MSC Preziosa in Rio de Janeiro. We've just spent 20 days sailing from Oslo, Norway to Rio de Janeiro on this beautiful ship, and now we're going to stay here in Rio for a couple of days. We've gotten off the ship and gathered our luggage, and now we're waiting on our ride to pick us up. Here's some views from our terrace in Rio de Janeiro. We'll give you a full tour of where we stayed in another video. Once we got settled in, we headed a couple blocks down and got lunch. We had feijoada, which is a traditional Portuguese or Brazilian dish that consists of pork stew, black beans, rice. This one came with some greens and also some pork crackling. This morning we got picked up by our awesome tour guide Renata, and she's going to take us out for the day and show us some of the highlights of Rio. First stop is Sugarloaf Mountain. First, we have to buy our tickets, and then we get in line to get on the cable cars to go to the top.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
What are you doing?
We're on the cable car going to Sugarloaf.
Let's see, where is that?
To get to the very top of Sugarloaf Mountain, you actually have to take two cable cars. The first one takes you to Morro de Urca. Morro de Urca is approximately 722 feet high, or 220 meters. Once you arrive at Morro de Urca, there's tons of view spots where you can look out over the city and over the ocean, and there's also some examples of the previous cable cars, and I'm going to let Renata tell you about those.
Models of the cable car. Let me show you. The first one, it works since 1912 to 72. 72, we got the second model.
1912 to 72, and then this started in 72?
Till 2008.
Till 2008, okay.
From 2008 to the moment, we are ready.
And way off in the distance, there's Christ the Redeemer. And now we get in line to get on the second cable car to take us up to the top of Sugarloaf. Once this cable car coming into the station unloads its passengers, we will get on to go up to the top. If you're into rock climbing, you can also climb Sugarloaf Mountain. And if you look closely, just below the green tarp there, you'll see 2 climbers. And here are some amazing views from the top of Sugarloaf Mountain. The top of Sugarloaf is approximately 396 meters or almost 1,300 feet. And at the top, there's also a small museum that shows you some of the wheels and the pulleys and the things that are used to actually make the cable cars work. There's a small path up at the top that you can take, and it will take you to this tree, which is called the wish tree. And you stop, you make your wish, and then you step through the center of the tree. Now we've spent some time at the top, and we're going to start to head back down. And now we've headed across the city, and we're heading up to see the Christ the Redeemer statue. At the entrance, you go into the gift shop area and purchase your tickets there. There's also some restaurants and things like that around that area also, so if you're hungry or you need a snack, you can grab something there as well. Once you've purchased your tickets, you get in line and you kind of maze through this queue line, and you go down and you'll actually load onto roughly 15 passenger vans, and those vans, like the one that we're meeting there on the road, are the ones that take you up to the statue. Once the van takes you up as far as it can go, then you unload out of the van and you get into another queue line. Once you're out of the van, you get in another line to take an elevator up to another level. Then from there, you take 2 escalators up to another level. And then there's one more flight of steps, and then you're at the top. There's a small chapel beneath his feet where you can go to pray or just have time to reflect. It was insane how many people were up there at one time. And they're monkeys that apparently live on the mountain. And they were doing some people watching while we were doing some monkey watching. He's so cute, just hanging out there. That is the cemetery. You can also take a helicopter tour around Chrysler. After spending a decent amount of time up at the top, we're heading back down.
Però poi c'è la vista del ponte.
And here's where we get in the line to get back in the elevator to head back down. And just in case you're wondering, the elevators are not very big, but luckily we had Renata who got us a private elevator back down because we're all just a little bit claustrophobic.
We'll be okay. We have a ride. This way?
And from here, we head back to the 15-passenger vans to load up and head back down so that we can get back to our car. And next, we're back in the car and we're heading over to an open-air market. We really wanted to try some street food, so Renata took us to a market and we got pastels. They're basically like a Hot Pocket. They were delicious. You could get them with chicken or ham. We also got some sugarcane juice, and that's what you see there. It is super, super sweet, but definitely worth trying. And after walking around the market for a bit, we got back in the car, and now we're heading over to the Selaron steps.
Cathedral. One more time. This is still Santa Teresa and the steps.
And as we're walking towards the steps, you can hear Renata tell us the top of the steps is in the Santa Teresa neighborhood, and at the bottom of the steps, it's the Lapa neighborhood.
And this is, we're still in the Santa Teresa
This is
neighborhood? Say it again?
Lapa.
Lapa.
The top of the steps is Santa Teresa and the bottom is at Lapa.
Top of Santa Teresa.
The steps are the connection
Okay.
between the both neighborhoods.
The Selaron steps are named after Jorge Selaron, who was a Chilean painter and ceramist, and he began decorating the steps in 1990, and he considered the work never finished. There are 215 steps covered in over 2,000 tiles that were collected from over 60 countries around the world. He originally began by scavenging tiles from various construction sites and urban waste found in the Rio streets, and was later actually donated tiles from visitors from around the world. He also sold many, many paintings in order to fund the work on the steps, and this tile here is actually a self-portrait that he did. And after all of our sightseeing today, we decided to head back to our home for the night and get some rest, and we will see you on the next one.